everybody! Today in Real Life Stories, a truly amazing story. It was a perfect day for gardening and sunbathing. Jake Morris, who is 67 and lives near London, was spending the day in his garden with his grandchildren. Jack and Bill, who are 5 and 6, love animals, especially insects and spiders. They were playing with their favourite plastic spiders in a tree house, which Jake had built for them a few years before. It was hot, and Jake decided to get some soft drinks for the boys. He opened the cool bag, where he kept cola and water. Suddenly, he noticed a spider in the bag. The spider, which was black and hairy, was not moving. Jake thought it was his grandchildren's toy, but when he touched it, the spider started to move. The spider, which was a Mexican red-knee tarantula, had escaped from London Zoo 2 days before. Mexican red-knee tarantulas, which are up to 15 centimeters long, are poisonous, but the venom is not dangerous to humans. That's why some people keep them as pets. It remains a mystery how the spider managed to get to Jake's house, which is about 15 miles from London Zoo. The spider has now returned to the zoo, where it is recovering after its amazing trip. For more real-life stories, watch us every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Hello again. In today's lesson, we will talk about non-defining relative clauses. As the name implies, these clauses do not define the person or thing you're talking about, but give additional information about them. Jake Morris, who is 67 and lives near London, was spending the day in his garden. Non-defining relative clauses are always separated with commas from the main clause. The fact that a man called Jake Morris is 67 and lives near London is an additional piece of information. The sentence still makes sense without this piece of information. Jake Morris was spending the day in his garden. Unlike non-defining clauses, defining relative clauses define or describe exactly the person or thing you are talking about. The man who has found a spider in the garden lives near London. You don't separate defining relative clauses with commas. You use the following pronouns in non-defining clauses: who, which, whose, where. Look at the examples. Jack and Bill, who are 5 and 6, love insects and spiders. The spider, which was black and hairy, was not moving. Jack Morris, whose grandchildren love playing with plastic spiders, found a real one in the garden. The spider has now returned to the zoo, where it is recovering after its amazing trip. Be careful. Contrary to defining clauses, in which you can replace who and which with that, or in some cases, omit the pronoun, in non-defining clauses, you never omit the pronoun, and you never use that. Look at the table comparing defining and non-defining clauses. That's all for today.